And we are
Post this. We're
Okay.
live.
I'm sorry.
It's
Okay,
live,
sorry.
y'all.
I'm like multitasking right now. Hi, guys. So,
You're in charge here.
hey, So, apologies about last week. We all were way too busy and way too. I wasn't feeling good. I literally felt like I was about to die. I did not feel good at all last week. But I'm better now. So, I had some friends worried that I might have caught. Right? No, it wasn't. It was literally pure exhaustion. It was truly purely exhaustion. I was just so tired and I just needed to sleep. But I'm better now, so that's all that matters. Anyway, so we are here to discuss probably one of the best, or probably a show that's going to go down in history for such a long time, created by the man himself, Lin-Manuel Miranda. We had to talk about Hamilton this week because it is now available on Disney Plus in HD, and I highly recommend it because it's so good. And
it is really good.
Anything. Kids are going to learn what a hoe is. Kids are going to learn what a bastard is. Kids are going to know what an affair is. So kids are going to learn all these new words.
Like him.
Liz.
Anyway, so yeah, it was great. If y'all don't have Disney Plus, use your 7-day free trial to watch it because it is phenomenal.
It is really good.
Or just pay for a year.
Or just pay for it. Or just pay for it because I paid for it, and I'm sharing it with one of my friends because that was literally her Christmas present, was having access to my Disney Plus. And I don't.
It is worth it.
I love it. I paid for a year.
My brother, the day it dropped, my brother texted me. He's like, "Hey, give me that Disney Plus password." I'm like, "No." Anyway, so since this is such a big production, and like Michelle told us before, there's like 42 songs in this. We're gonna dive right into it. And hope to God that this doesn't turn out to be a 5-hour live stream, because that would not be fun. So let me just ask from the get-go, and we kind of discussed this in the green room, who has watched all the way at least through Act 1?
Halfway through. I watched all of Act 1.
Okay, Mike, where did you stop?
I stopped probably right before the end of Act 1.
Okay, so did you see Yorktown at least?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to watch it, and then I had to do homework, and I was like going back and forth.
Okay, at least we watched it. At least we all watched. And did you at least listen to the full album?
I tried to. I was listening to it at work.
Okay, that's good enough, I guess, because this is too big of a show to postpone like we did last time with Rent, which I'm still very upset about. Anyway, so we're gonna just dive right into the opening number, which is Alexander Hamilton. And for those who do not know, this show is basically about one of the founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton, who, if you guys don't know what he looks like, just look at your $10 bill. That's him on the $10 bill.
The $10
founding father
without a father.
Not a father. No, we're not just.
By working a lot harder.
Being a self-starter.
By being a self-starter by 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it basically explains who he is, where he came from, which is an island called Tevis. I don't know. I watched Drunk History with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think it's Tevis or something like that. It's also the T in the Caribbean. So basically, it's like, hey, a storm happens. His mother dies. He lives. His cousin dies. Everyone around him dies, basically. And he comes to America, and I'm going to quote. Miranda real quick. He said, and I quote, here comes sick-ass Hamilton on a flaming ship. And he's like, no, y'all, your asses will never be the same. That is a quote from him. So that's kind of true. He stormed into this country. And what were y'all's thoughts on the opening number?
What? Sorry, I'm really tired.
It was amazing.
Hamilton.
He comes out and he's like, I'm Alexander Hamilton, and it just so good, the opening.
The opening number is really good.
I also love how they have King George saying, "Excuse me, would you all silence your cell phone because this is my show?" And blah blah blah.
That made me laugh so.
I like that. That was a good touch. How they
the
had.
only thing I was a little confused about was that there was no like overture, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think that's on purpose because they want to just throw you right in there,
Yeah.
which I like because it's so sudden. Like your attention has to be
And
sharp.
also because like most of the score in this show isn't like traditional like orchestra music. It's more R&B, hip hop, and pop.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Like,
also
who would have ever thought that there would be a hip hop musical on Broadway? Like
No
that
one.
is amazing.
No one, I guarantee you, because I mean, Miranda didn't think it was gonna blow up as big as it did, and it surpassed his wildest dreams. But for each song, I know it took him a year to write Alexander Hamilton, and it took him another year to write My Shot. So almost each song took about a year, and also he wrote which one was it? Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Which one was it? Hold on. Oh, he'll write You'll Be Back during his honeymoon, which. Props to his wife for being so cool with him by doing that, because your honeymoon's supposed to be like you guys having your little time alone, but whatever.
Yeah, because it was 2009, I believe, that he did that like party thing with Obama and introduced the opening number.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think with the opening number, I think it's a great way to just suddenly grab your attention.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really need next on my list. I have My Shot, unless somebody wants to say something about Amber, even though Amber is like.
It's good, and it pretty much it introduces all the characters, like everyone.
My Shot introduces everyone with Lafayette, Hercules Mulligan. Why am I forgetting? Oh God, the guy who says Oh my gosh, what?
Aaron Burr?
No, not Amber. We
Thomas Jefferson.
Hang on.
10.
Oh my gosh,
later.
that is killing me. How do I not remember his name?
5 hours later.
Shut up. Yet? I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. I came up just to say bonsoir to the king. Hercules Mulligan. Okay. I'm like doing it in my head. Yet? Oh my god. Blah, 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 blah.
This is gonna take.
Anarchy. Hang on. Wait. Until. Oh no. Oh wait. The guy who gets shot. Oh God. That's not very specific, but he's like, but he says but whenever we see this with those in bondage have the same rights as you and me, you and I do or die. Sally and the guy who established the first Black Battalion. What was his name? That's the guy I'm talking about. Yo, I am so disappointed in myself right now. Like,
just name off.
Mr. Lafayette. Moments I like you a lot. Let's touch a plot blacker than the killer car on the pipe. What are the God?
Yes, the music was great in Hamilton. The air.
Yeah, sorry. We're okay. So let's go on. Okay, no. So okay, what are y'all's thoughts on My Shot? As I'm looking this up in My Shot.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
King George comes around once.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Descendants feet. So where will be?
My Shot is probably one of the best rap songs to me in the show.
I mean, when you think of Hamilton, that's the first song that comes to your mind.
I agree.
That and probably Hamilton, of course.
When I fight, I make panicking.
Although I don't know why. Aaron Burr, sir, always makes me laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Are you here?
I'm going to you. The names are going to be Aaron Burr, and I'm just scrolling up and down My Shot. Why do I feel like it's going to be an Aaron Burr?
And I already said that.
I know. I bet you it is.
And I know we're gonna cover the song later, but I love the song with Washington, where Hamilton's talking to him. Then Aaron Burr comes in, and Washington basically tells Aaron Burr to get the F out.
Talk
John
less.
Larson. That's his name. John Larson. Oh my God. I can actually breathe now. Okay.
Smile more.
Okay. Anyway. So,
Back
okay.
to regular scheduled programming.
So my shot is basically him saying, "Yo, we need to fight against this guy. We got to fight against this dancing."
And Aaron Burr does not want that.
Yeah, Aaron Burr wants to be like, "Yo, no, we need to just lay low."
Talk less, smile more. Folks that run their mouths all wind up dead.
Yep.
Straight backs.
Yeah, and then and so they eventually were like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's rise up. Let's do it. Blah 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 blah. Skylar sisters, and then after that we're just gonna jump right into the Skylar sisters, which not my favorite song, but it introduces the love interest of Alexander Hamilton, which is Eliza Schuyler, which I like.
Actually kind of like that. I like that song.
I like Angelica more than I like Eliza. I'm sorry, that's just me. And also, can we also talk about how I hope I'm not the only one who just laughed at the way they went work during that song.
It was funny.
Yeah, I like
The
that.
only thing, I'm just gonna mention this. The only thing I wasn't a huge fan about in the film was every time they did something funny, you could hear the audience laugh their heads
It
off.
wasn't that loud. That's what
It
I like.
wasn't loud, but it was kind of like I couldn't focus on one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tyler, when they did the recording of Newsies,
They
they layered
over
over the
Mm-hmm.
they layered the close-up shots on stage with the audience recording, with the audience there, but you couldn't hear the audience laugh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Not everybody's perfect, okay? So I also feel like because I also had to go back and bleep in a word in the show, so they had very little time to actually be able to edit the entire thing.
Did they actually?
But that was actually funny. Is that
we'll get to that
when
later.
people heard Hamilton was coming to Disney Plus, and that they were going to be censoring it, people were freaking out. It was like, oh my God, they're going to be bleeping and blocking out every other word.
Yeah.
But then when I actually watched that moment, it's only one word. They only bleep out one word in the whole show,
which I absolutely love.
Yeah, because I remember I told you guys I read or watched an interview with, I believe it was Lynn, and they said they were only bleeping out the F words. Because I said that to you guys.
If you actually think about it, they only say the F word once in the entire production, and you'd feel like it'd be something that he would want to say more. But that was a word that Lynn was trying so hard to avoid when he was writing the songs.
Oh yeah, because obviously people are gonna bring their kids to this, and you can't be dropping an F-bomb every other line.
Yeah,
right.
But it's okay to expose.
I mean, it's bad enough they're already talking about whores and affairs and things like that.
Right.
Baby steps, though.
Excuse me.
But yeah. So, anybody else have anything to say about Skylar sisters before we continue?
I kind of felt like Peggy was a useless character, but it would look weird when doing the work part if it was just two girls.
Yeah.
Was there even a Peggy?
Yeah.
Peggy, whatever.
Peggy Skylar. Yeah. She's the one that says. She's the one that goes. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown.
We don't want his copyrighted.
I know there's a Peggy in the show, but I meant in real life. Was there?
Yeah. Every character in this production, every character that has a main name is an actual person from history.
It exists.
Yeah.
Now not everything from the show is accurate because I watched this thing where there's little things in there that's not exactly true.
Actually, no. Lynn did his research. He actually has He had a historian consultant when he was writing this show. So for the most part, the show actually does portray true.
Right, but there are a couple, I believe, because I remember watching it fictional parts.
But little fun fact is that the only character's costume that's actually pulled straight from the history book is King George, because his costume is actually it's something that he actually wore back in the olden days. So,
because I mean, like, not many characters like, you know, Hamilton and Aaron Burr would have worn those bright, fancy coats and such. It would have been like just brown wool coats.
Same, especially with the pink suit in What Did I Miss?
Yeah. Well,
although George Washington, I think George Washington at some point did own an actual pink suit. Sorry to go off topic, but I know this because the suit itself came up for sale on Pawn Stars.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
It was his pink suit. It was being sold for like $1 million or something.
Yeah, but I think they debunked it. It wasn't like it's so easy to go and find an old suit and be like, hey, this was worn by so and so, and this was worn by so and so. It's really easy.
Like this is a good musical for you, Mike, because it's a musical and also you're a big history buff. So
I'm a history buff when it comes to the American Revolution, but coming into like my second.
I am too, because once again, sorry off topic. I have a relative on my mom's side of the family. I have two actually. I have one family member who actually participated in the Boston Tea Party, dressed up in Indian makeup, dumped tea over the sides of the ships, everything. And then I'm also distantly related to Josiah Bartlett, who signed the Declaration either right after or a couple people after John Hancock signed.
Oh, look at this, our very own fossil. Anyway.
We will discuss this after the stream, Liz.
Yeah. Anyway, so you know you love me. Probably going into my second favorite song is "You'll Be Back," and can we also just take a moment on how much I laughed when King George just spit everywhere?
Yes.
You could see the spit on his lip. I'm just like, dude, please lick your lip. I couldn't stop staring at the spit on his mouth. I'm just like, can you like wipe?
Because it wasn't even intentional. Like that's just how he sings. He's a spitter.
Not always, but he was supposed to be mad in that moment, so he went for it. And Jonathan Groff, you did fantastic as King.
He did do an interview saying that he's just a natural, like that's just what happens naturally, like he doesn't mean to. Yeah. Because a lot of people are like, oh, because King George III was, going mad and everything. So could that be like a little hint of that? And he's like, no, not necessarily. I'm just a natural spitter when I sing sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, whenever he was on the screen, I was laughing my butt off.
Mm-hmm. He made me laugh so much, especially. I think it was the opening of Act 2 where he was just sitting. He was like. I was like, it made me laugh so much.
And his little clap he does when he's sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's also mention the fact here that King George is played by Kristoff.
Again,
in Frozen.
I'm surprised you didn't know that. I'm so surprised you didn't know that. At least you had to ask me, hey, does Jonathan Groff voice Kristoff? The fact that you had to ask me that, it's
because I recognized his name. And I had a feeling it was from Frozen. I just wasn't 100% sure.
See, I recognized him for the voice. Hang on, I gotta...
I mean, Liz, I'm not a Frozen fanatic the way you are. So
I noticed because of
I just wanted to cross my teeth and dot my eyes.
When the show when this became so popular, I did not know about it until it came on Disney Plus, and when I saw him on the screen, I was like, "That's Kristoff!" I was so excited.
Second I heard him
instantly.
the second my friend forced me to listen to the music, as soon as I heard "You'll Be Back," I was like, "Oh my god!" Because I recognized his voice right away because he has a very distinct voice. But
Mhm.
so this is so back to the "You'll Be Back" is basically the king being like, "Yo, let's see, like it's y'all are gonna be a mess, and once everything goes to shit, don't come crawling back to me because if you do, or if you go on down the path, there's gonna be a war, and I will kill your friends and family." So a lovely
I
little.
Yeah,
think
we
the
all know
cast
how that
referred
worked
this
out.
song. I think the cast referred to this song as the King George breakup song.
Yep. It is, because that's basically what it is. So the America and Britain are breaking up. So next is one that Mike wants to just go right into, which is Right Hand Man. So I'm gonna hand it over to Mike and let him take control of Right Hand Man because he loves it so much. Go on, Mike.
Well, I mean, yeah, as Michelle said, I'm a history buff, and like, I'm very much a fan of the Revolutionary War and the Founding Fathers. So seeing a song dedicated to Washington,
Yes, too.
not entirely dedicated to Washington, but having Washington as a key part of the song is so cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
And also, shout out to the guy who played him in the Disney Plus show because that guy did an awesome job as Washington.
My a family I babysit for, her name's Justine. She got to meet the guy who played Washington because he actually took the time to go over and say hi to her. And I'm like, I hate you so much because she actually got to see this. Unlike me, because of stupid COVID, I wasn't able to see Hamilton. Anyway, so yeah, I like Right Hand Man because it's a great way to introduce him. I love the whole song in general. It was
And it also does speak to how Washington would actually speak to people he met and troops and things to get them to encourage them to keep the fight going.
Mm-hmm.
But also just in that song, I love how Washington basically tells Aaron Burr to just
F
get
off.
the F out.
Yeah, he's just like F off. I was like, I don't need you. Bye bye.
Like he was like, it seemed like he was willing to talk to him, and then Hamilton walked in and was like, nope, bye bye.
See,
Hasta la vista.
Aaron Burr is just going like, as I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir, close the door on your way out.
Yeah, so he's like, get the hell out. But like Lynn, if y'all have not seen Junk History, I highly recommend it. It is a funny show. My life goal is to be on that show. Which I don't think is gonna happen because I think the show's over. But I want to be on that show. I might actually, yo, you wanna know what we should do? Just go off a little off topic. We should do like a Junk History type of thing on a stream. Like I think it might just be me and Mike who does this, but we can.
Yeah, because I'm not really a drinker.
Well, then, yeah, so me and Mike will tell y'all what, if y'all can get this, if I don't know, like give this a like goal, and we then if it reaches that like goal, we'll get drunk and do a Junk History kind of episode.
All right,
Not as he just like, okay, you know what, we'll come back to that, fine. But Lynn had mentioned in Drunk History when he was talking about Alexander and Burr that like eventually Burr just becomes. This happens like more later down in the play, but over time, Hamilton's always in the way of Burr's plan. Anything that Burr wants, Hamilton's in the way, which kind of makes I kind of get. But
yeah, he's like always waiting to prove himself, and he's just like, come on, like, I wanted to win, and you get the end. Why?
But the kind of quote what Lynn said, he's like, but Burr was the kind of man who was always cautious. He had an opinion, but he never shared it. So
yeah.
It made him. Hey, a little segue. It made him helpless. So that was a very bad pun. But we'll go right into "Helpless," which is my dad's favorite song because he likes Eliza's voice. He likes hearing her sing, which I think is weird because But it kind of I don't. This song just makes me not like Eliza because it makes her seem like she's so pitiful when it comes to getting guys. Like she's so, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for? So desperate, I guess you say. Like, she needed Angelica to introduce her to Alex in order for them to, hook up. But what are y'all's thoughts on Helpless?
Like, I love Helpless. Like, it makes me think of me, and you saying desperate is just like, I'm not desperate.
I'm not saying you're desperate. I'm saying Eliza was desperate. Or Eliza was, oh my gosh, I don't want to start hating on her, but like she was young, and so she was overly cautious. Let's say that. Overly cautious about falling in love.
Like, I love the song, and I definitely connect with it, but like,
What?
It looks like you're about
I
to
would
fall.
definitely be more cautious about love than she was being. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but I like that Angelica's like, you know what? Let me put my sister's happiness before my own, and basically give this wonderful man apparently that beautiful and set her soul aflame. Those are words from the song. Those are not my own words. And she gives this man who she falls in love with at love at first sight to her sister, which I think was completely and utterly dumb. Like you can hook your sister up with, I don't know, Hercules or John or somebody else. Man, save the good one for yourself. But that goes into my favorite song, my favorite song of the entire production, which is "Satisfied," which I listened to on repeat this entire day, trying to be able to say it as fast as she can. I'm almost there, and I'm very proud of that. I can do the three things that she realizes. I can do that really well. But yeah, it also shows her regret on her mistake of like how she knows that her chances with Alex are like gone out the window. She ain't never gonna be with him, which is kind of heartbreaking because I think we all have been there, where we fall in love with someone, but we're like, oh, let me hook them up with this person, and then they instantly regret it. I've done that, and I can tell you that I do regret it because I'm like, oh, maybe it's not gonna work out. So maybe no. Every time I've done it, it always worked out. I'm just like, wow. I keep doing this to myself. Damn.
Yeah, there definitely been times in my life where that has happened, where I, like in high school, I had a crush on this one guy, and I was talking about him so much to my best friend, and she finally met him, and she was like, oh, so that's the guy you were talking about. Well, turns out they started to have feelings for each other, and I was just heartbroken because like she knew I liked him, and he didn't know that I liked him, and he started having feelings for her. They went on one date. It ended up, they just saw each other as friends, thank God. But yeah.
All right, so Mike, you haven't said anything in a while.
Yeah, I'm just kind of listening.
Why? You guys had an entire week. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm sorry, Ruth.
Wow.
I mean, like I said, I've had a lot going on with work and taking my mom to appointments and such.
So we'll just do as much of this show as we can. Maybe we'll do it in 2 parts.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, so we'll do 2 parts, okay? So we'll cover just Act 1 today, and then I guess maybe I hate to do it, I hate to push it back more, but I guess we can do Act 2 next week and push Rent back even more.
Or maybe we can do Act 2 another day, because I don't think we should put off Rent any further.
Okay, yeah. So
because you have been fussing and fretting over doing Rent.
No, I haven't. It's just like the fact that we all showed up and we know, like, not I was the only one who actually did all the research and all that and all that. But anyway, whatever.
Hey! I watched it. I took my notes. I was prepared.
But yeah, so we'll just cover Act 1 today, since a majority of us have all seen Act 1. So that way you'll give those who have not watched Act 2 a chance to watch Act 2.
I will watch Act 2 tonight after this stream.
I watched Act 2 if you're pointing to me.
Hey, I watched it, Mike. Get your finger off me.
Yeah, me and Michelle, you can't be pointing at me.
I'll bite it off.
Dude, I've seen it 8 times. You can't
try.
Okay, so we'll go all the way up to I don't remember okay, so anyway, Y'all, stop pointing. So okay, so Wait For It was not my favorite song. Who's private chatting me? Wasn't my favorite song, but it does say some things that I think could be very relatable, especially what's going on right now, which is like the law of death and life doesn't discriminate. Which is completely 100% true. That it doesn't between the sinners and the saints. That when it comes to life, death, and love, that doesn't discriminate. So, and I feel like that speaks really true, especially what's going on right now with the Black Lives Matter movement and all of that, and like how it's like I don't know. That just like hit. That song usually doesn't make me cry, but when I watched it, it literally made me bawl because I'm just like, damn, he's speaking the truth right now. And he was, and it's a powerful song when you actually like sit down and like listen. It's just like it's a powerful song, man. So I have nothing.
Because what was the statement that Lin-Manuel Miranda said that this musical was something about the past and represented from the future or something like that?
Shows about the past, but retold from the future or something. I forget. Something like that.
But yeah. So then, you guys want to talk about Meet Me Inside, or you just want to go on to Guns and Ships?
Guns and Ships.
Okay, then Guns and Ships. So a quick little thing about Meet Me Inside. Basically, he's like, "Hey, we're losing this war. We need help. Bring in Guns and Ships." Lafayette comes to the rescue with France and the many guns and ships and supplies, which, may I say, is probably the fastest song in this entire production. Which props to Leslie for being able to do that. That is incredible. And I mean, I talk really fast. Mike, you can attest to this. I talk really fast, and the fact that I can't even keep up with that yet, is saying something.
Yeah, and every time you start talking fast on stream, I have to remind you to shut up and slow down.
But can I also say how proud I am that I talked decently slow with Kara.
Kara.
I was saying it right all day. I was like, I met Kara Lindsay. I was so proud of myself. I was like, I said it right all day, and now I just messed it up.
See, now you know how we
plug,
feel.
you guys. If you have not seen that live stream yet, go over to my channel and watch it because
it was the best experience.
And not only did I get to interview Kara Lindsay, who was the original Catherine Plummer for Newsies, I also got to interview Leanna Marie Hunt, who also played Catherine in Newsies sometime after Kara had left the show. Still, what a highlight.
She was an understudy. Remember, she said she was an understudy for Kara at one point. Oh, yeah,
she was an understudy for a year, and then she took the lead.
But can I just say how disappointed I am that I said, and I quote directly, I said she was also Glinda from Elphaba.
Glinda from Elphaba.
I literally just said, "Oh, she was Glinda from Elphaba." I'm like, what the hell? She was
Glinda Liz
from Wicked.
Okay, Liz. When I come pick you up to bring you down to Orlando, you can slap me for not finishing Hamilton, and I can smack you for saying Glinda from Elphaba.
Fair enough. But y'all can also go and watch that video.
Liz.
Y'all can literally watch me like completely lose my cool in front of Kara because I was like on the verge of crying. What, Tyler?
Wait, never mind. I'll tell you later.
So, okay, so yeah, so Lafayette comes with France with his pack saying, "Yo, we're gonna win this war," which brings us into Yorktown in 1781. Which I like that some of the songs say the actual year that the event takes place. So, Hamilton finally gets his first command. And he finds out that Eliza's pregnant, so he has to be able to survive this fight. And we learned that Hercules Mulligan was a spy in the British Army, the British government, for us. And I just love that entire sequence. I feel like that would have been a good place to end Act 1, but no, they have to go on to what comes next? That was a very bad. I can usually do a better British accent than that. That was really bad. But I feel like Yorktown should have been the finale for Act 1, definitely. Anybody else? I feel like tell you, you're usually more talkative.
I know, which is surprising. Well, also, huh.
Huh?
I said, huh. I'm trying
Okay.
to think. Let's continue.
Okay,
Just
so
the speed of how fast they could talk and rap to all this was just amazing. Like I can't rap to save my life.
I can do my shot. I
And
know
there
my
was times where I was like trying to like figure out, okay, what did they just say? Because they were speaking so fast.
I know my shot by verbatim. So and I can do parts of Guns and Chips. But I watched you with Lynn. He's like, you can do my shot. You have the entire show.
That's what I was just about to say.
I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, because I remember Lin-Manuel Miranda was on the Graham Norton show. He was with his co-stars from Mary Poppins
and they're like,
Returns.
can you do it like right now? And he's like, no, I can't. He's able to do part
And
of
he
it.
rapped a little bit of it. And it was funny because he's literally in the UK. Whose king they are making fun of in the musical. And he literally goes, then King George turns around and has a spending spree.
Yeah, because like, and he was messing up a little bit because he's like, oh, even I, the one who wrote it, sometimes has trouble remembering the words. 'Cause he was struggling.
Well, wasn't that at the time
Especially
when he,
though, because most times he has the beat going in his
I can
ear
do it
and
right
his
now.
headset.
I can do it right now without the music. I think.
but isn't that the time when he left? Didn't he leave the show at a time?
Yeah.
So yeah, he left.
Yeah,
the
because he
show.
had to go film Mary Poppins Returns.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like he did perfect in.
Oh yeah. And didn't he leave the show for a short time when he was writing the music for Moana?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then also
I'm sorry. I love Hamilton. I love Mary Poppins Returns, but Moana has been some of the best music that he has
I
written
do not
and
like
produced in a long
Moana.
time.
I don't either. The only song from Moana I like is How Far I'll Go. That's
Oh,
literally
I don't even like that song. My favorite song from that show, that movie, is You're Welcome.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was like, if you say You're Welcome.
Okay, but come on. We Know the Way is such an awesome song.
I also like Shining.
Shining's just
Shining.
so stupidly funny.
It's funny yet stupid in a way.
Okay, so anyway,
Liz,
And
you are going to
also
knock me.
he's
Liz, you're gonna knock me so hard for this. It's kind of like When I'm Older or Lost in the Woods. It's so bad, it's good.
yeah.
Although
and
I will say, When I'm Older is much better than Lost in the Woods.
I like Lost in the Woods better.
I like Lost in the Woods better.
Lost in the Woods was way too
Lost in
like
the Woods is so good. It's my favorite thing from the
Somebody
movie.
cares
That's
there.
I like When I'm Older better because he's just just for the main purpose because he's like he just pops out and says Samantha. That's just been a running joke with me and my friend Jillian. Anytime
Yeah,
someone
it's just
Samantha,
like-
I don't understand that joke. I don't. Well, I also haven't seen that.
well, because that's the funny thing is like there's no Samantha in the show, so you want to know like who the hell is Samantha? Which I swear to God,
Yeah.
they don't answer who
His
Samantha is.
sister. His
Yeah, but
sister
it's
that we
like-
don't know about.
Lost in the Woods.
Gail. Honestly, they could have instead of naming the wind Gale, they could have named it Samantha.
No, it was always, no because Gale. I think Gale like translates into something that has to do with wind.
Like a gale or a gust of wind.
Yeah, Gale is another word for a gust of wind. That's what it is.
I just kept on thinking, like, seriously, you couldn't name somebody Samantha, like, so he can finally find Samantha.
It doesn't fit the spirit. It doesn't. It's like I don't know. Like I don't like the name of the water horse.
And-
I guess we're gonna have to get on with it. So.
And when our children tell us.
But yeah. So also, I wanted to mention that Lin-Manuel Miranda also is doing the music for the live-action Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Before all
that
this
is right.
craziness happened.
That's right. Bless you. So I love it how this is they're not really focused on Hamilton. It's
Yeah, now it's just turning into like everything Lynn.
yeah. Well, hey, it has to do with
I
Lin-Manuel
mean,
Miranda.
he's the creator of this thing, so
Yeah, so I guess it can. So what comes next is basically him saying like, okay, you won the battle, but when you find out how awful it is to be a leader, don't come crawling back to me. That's basically what the song says.
yes.
And then I believe the last song of Act 1 is Nonstop, which I highly I don't like the fact that that's the end of Act 1. I feel like Yorktown should have been the end of Act 1, but that's just me.
I liked it.
I mean, it's a great song. Don't get me wrong. I love Nonstop. Because it shows them getting into law, studying law and doing all of that, and showing them like what they do after the war. But I mean, after the Battle of Yorktown, after that whole sequence happens, come on, like that was just a great song. It's like the beat of it, the choreography of it, and there was this. Okay, so this one of the choreographers, not choreographers, one of the ensemble members. One of them just stuck out to me when I was watching with my dad, like halfway through the show, and for the rest of the show, I was just like, "Where is she?" I was trying to find her, and she was like the first cast member I reached out to, and look, sadly, she's not one of the ones who responded to me. But I was just like, "Where is she?" Because she's she's just a great dancer. But anyway, and so I guess after Nonstop is the end of Act 1. So, like we said before, we're gonna just split this into 2 acts because some people have not watched Act 1. Some have not watched Act 1. So we.
If you can only point the right way, Liz.
Shut up. Hey, Mike, high five. High five.
Hey.
But yeah, so
Michelle?
Tyler.
1, 2.
3.
So delayed.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Wait, okay. Whatever. Well,
There we go.
I don't know my
me and Mike got it perfect timing. Kind of.
okay, but anyway, so I guess this will be part 1 of Hamilton, I guess. So
This was quick.
I know, but like, cause some people
It feels so
Right.
short. It
Right.
feels so short.
Some people have not watched Act 2, so we can't
Marty
take
wants to keep on going, but then it's not fair to Mike and Tyler. Well, Tyler actually watched it.
some of it.
No,
yeah,
I think
some
I
of
was
it.
like the
Yeah, see, Liz, now that we're breaking it into Act 1 and Act 2, now we can cover more songs from Act 2.
You mean Act 1?
Well, I mean, we just did Act 1, so when we do Act
Yeah,
2,
we did a lot of songs from Act 1. Like, actually, no, we didn't. We actually did a lot of the Act 1 songs.
How many do we have for Act 2?
We have 23 songs for Act 2.
No, I'm talking about that we're gonna talk about.
Oh, we have 1, 2,
3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 songs from Act 2 that I have written down.
Okay.
And also maybe I'll give my some of my my people I reached out to time to get back to
What
me.
did I miss?
But overall, though, if you have not seen Hamilton, the entire show through. Why are you pointing at me, Tyler? I watched it 8 times.
8 times.
You want to test that theory?
Let's test it. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, you don't want
Wait,
to.
should I test
all right,
that?
Liz, I will believe that you have watched it 8 times if you can rap all of my shot word for word right now.
No, wait, we can't.
After
Copyright. After the live. After stream.
the live, I'll do it. After the live, I'll do it. Just so we don't get copyright.
So
And then,
If it's not on stream, it didn't happen.
huh?
In the
If it's not on stream, it didn't
aspect
happen.
of watching the whole entire way
Well,
through, the girls
Hold on, I'll
on
tell
the
you what.
stream did the work.
Hang on, I'll tell you what. I'll turn the music because the mic has a good point. It is easy to do with the beat. But here, I'll do this. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm just like my country. I'm sorry, very hungry. I'm nothing. Okay. This guy should the King's College. I'll probably should brag, tag, amazed and astonished. The problem is I'm doing it faster than he's doing it. How I'm supposed to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough. A shiny piece of gold. Trying to reach my goal. My power of speech. Unteachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. New York streets getting colder. I showed you. Manage. I don't have a ton of advantage. I walk walk into a flame. In dot. So let me spell my name. I am the
D. Yeah.
We are meant to be.
that runs independently. When it keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He's never gonna set. his descendants be. So there will be a revolution in this century.
And I am not thrown away my shot.
When your history book mentions me, I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my descendancy, and I am not throwing away my shot. I am not. I know the choreography too. Shot. You know, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away
my shot.
You know, I'm just like my young, scrappy, and hungry. What? Am I good?
Yeah, you goofed a little bit, but okay.
A little bit.
No, I know, because I could hear y'all talking. So getting tongue tied is very common with this song. But I know the entire.
Okay, mute us. Like, mute your volume so you can't hear us.
I can mute you guys.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Wait, Mike, I just muted you by accident. Hang on. Okay, what?
Okay, before we end the stream, though, we have to talk about the revolving stage.
Yes, yes.
And set in general.
I loved how they used it. So like, I just they utilized it so well, and I love it. That revolving, just the whole thing.
And now is it 2 or 3? Is it 2 or 3 circles?
You have the outer one that they're walking on, and then you have the center one that rotates. So the center one goes like this, kind of, and the other one goes the opposite direction.
Which I think that makes the choreography look so much cooler.
Actually, hang on.
Like,
here. So,
according to my calculations.
Okay, James Monroe.
Iglehart.
Yeah, who took
the
over?
Original Broadway genie in Aladdin.
Yeah, which I think is the best one.
I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but he took over for Lafayette, and he said, and I quote about the steps of the set. He said the French accent is not the hard part. It's not the speed of the lyrics. It's not the show. It's the stairs. The stairs of the show was such a pain. Like they were so annoying apparently because it had so many steps. Because every balcony you see is a separate piece, and behind that balcony is a set of stairs. And you have the set of stairs that actually on the stage. You had so many types of stairs that it became such a pain in the ass. And I was like, oh my god.
It's got to be similar. It's got to be similar to the stairs like in Newsies.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you have all those
you also have
stairs.
the gates and the gates for them.
Oh yeah.
And then the gates. And then think about it. If you're walking on those walkways or those stairs and the set pieces are rotating, that's got to throw off your orientation.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Like I looking at them, they don't look like it's like having to run up and down them like probably 8 shows a week. You got some like strong legs.
So when James left Aladdin right away, he went into Hamilton.
What?
Or like was there like a delay?
I think there was a little bit of a delay.
Because they wanted to give him time to learn the music, learn the choreography.
I was thinking like maybe he was kind of learning it as he was in Genie.
And also, another fun fact is that the stars of the show actually of Hamilton actually helped raise money for Eliza's orphanage that she founded. I thought that was straight up so cool.
So what happened?
So the orphanage that Eliza Hamilton founded, the very first private orphanage, still stands. Like I guess it's still in use today. The stars of the show helped raise money for that orphanage to keep it open and all that. I'm like, yo, I found that so freaking cool. And I'm just like, that's awesome that they did that. And
but also like that is a great cause. But James Monroe Iglehart is like
the best Genie.
I love him as Genie, but I loved the moment when Whoopi Goldberg went to the show and dressed as Genie.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And she
I
came
didn't know
out
about that. I knew
like Genie does. And then James walks out from the wing, and Whoopi's just like, "I thought you were leaving."
You can find it on.
No,
YouTube.
I knew about Whoopi Goldberg when she went to The Lion King.
Yep.
And she did her role on The Lion King. I knew she did that, but I didn't know she did Aladdin.
Whoopi does everything, doesn't
Didn't she also reprise her role in Sister Act?
Yeah, she was in Sister Act. I know that. She was in the movie. She wasn't in the production. She was in the movie, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, she was in the movie.
Okay, so she went to the show when Raven Simone was playing the character.
Yo, my college, we're doing Sister Act this year, and I'm actually very excited.
Okay, we're gonna have to cover that too. We're gonna have to cover Sister Act at some point.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be till like next spring because that's when we're doing the musical. And that's the only time I'm gonna want to watch it is when it's at my school and when I can get credit for it because I guarantee it. Just like Adam's
And then
family.
plus, since you'll be working on the show, you'll be able to give us pointers on like
maybe
makeup, set design.
maybe working on the show depends if the
You get casted.
no, actually you signed up.
If you do not work on that show, Liz, I will shun you for life.
Excuse me, I'm already working on 2 other shows. I'm doing
What?
props. I'm doing props for 1981. I'm doing props for 1981. And then I am probably going to be helping out with what show was it? Oh, what was it? Damn, it's some other show that my school is doing in the fall. But then our next musical is gonna be in the following fall, so I'll be able to work on 2 musicals before I graduate Winthrop.
I'm gonna have to come up for your graduation, Liz.
Sadly, I wasn't able to work on Adam's Family, and I'm so sad about that because as soon as I saw that show, I became obsessed with it, and I still am. And I reached out to some of my friends who were in the show, and some of them are like, "Yeah, we'll come." So Lily, who played an ancestor, I still need to reach out to my friend Eli Jillian, who played Lucas, and Wednesday, my friend Shannon, who played Morticia. I'm sure they'd be down for it if they had time, but again, it's gonna be like school related, and school's gonna be going on and all that. So hopefully, maybe I can get in touch with some of the actual people, like Christy Rodriguez, who played Wednesday. That'd be awesome. But yeah, this is Muffa.
Kevin.
No, this is Muffles. I've had him since I was like 8. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I think we should wrap this up so that way I can go and finish my homework. Finally.
Yeah. Maybe we can FaceTime each other and watch it together because I kind of need to watch it again too because I don't remember a lot.
I'm down.
Okay. So, anybody else have any other notes on Act 1 of Hamilton? Hang on. Why we're live? Let me go ahead and change this real quick. Edit Hamilton Act 1 because some people did not do the work.
See, technically, because the girls were the only ones on here who watched the whole entire way through.
I'm making this a new rule. We're
the ones who did the work.
So I'm making this a rule right now, okay? And Muffles, he's gonna be.
No one caught it. Seriously, no one caught the reference.
If you do not do your homework, if you do not watch the show completely, and at least have a good amount, like at least half a page of notes, okay, then you are not allowed to. Okay, that is a new rule. If you do not watch the show completely after Hamilton, so with Ren and anything else, let me add Tyler back in so he can hear this. If you do not watch any other show, if you don't from here on for future shows, Ren included, starting next week, if you do not watch the entire production, you will not be allowed in the stream. Okay?
Okay, Boy Scout salute.
Everybody agree?
3 fingers, Tyler. Learn to count.
And I've never even been in the Girl Scouts, so.
Oh, can I also say how poor that this being the symbol for the District 12, how bad that is? You should not have. No, you shouldn't be doing that because I'll tell you why in the green room. But yeah, so we'll see y'all in a couple, maybe. Okay, when do y'all want to do Act 2?
Well, let's see. We're doing Rent, and then we're going to be doing a Disney on Broadway show. We still have yet to decide which one.
This is what I think. I think, Liz, you're probably gonna get mad at me. Kind of. We do because we already started Hamilton, so I feel like we need to continue, just be done with it. So we do it next week, and then we can do Rent, and then we'll go on.
Yeah, because it's better to keep them back to back.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, next week we can do a quick little recap of Act 1, and then we'll go into Act 2. and I'll give everybody plenty of time to watch it. So if you all come back next week and you still have not watched that too, you're not going to be in the stream at all. Even if I have to do it alone, I will. It's going to suck.
No, I promise, Liz. I have tomorrow off, so I can watch it again tomorrow, and then obviously I'll be at Magic Kingdom on the 10th.
Yeah.
And then I work on the 11th, but then I also have the 12th and 13th off, I think, so I can rewatch it then too.
My Brer Rabbit. I will be very upset if you forget my Brer Rabbit.
Well, yeah, Liz, I sent you the link to my stream, so be sure to watch. That way you can
remind you.
I'll find whatever Splash Mountain merch I can. I'll try and give you a gross price amount so you can PayPal it to me. And then yeah, same with you, Tyler.
Wait, when's the 10th?
Because I know there's some Splash Mountain merch that you want to get your hands on.
I'm not working Friday, so I'll be able to watch.
Cool.
I wish I was at Disney.
Oh no! And also, don't forget, in less than a month, a little over a month, Mike and his girlfriend will be coming up here to South Carolina to get me and Kyle and bring us down to Universal. Hopefully, if it doesn't,
we are driving all the way up there to pick up your scrawny ass and Kyle to bring you all the way back down here.
Why? But we can't drive because
my parents don't want me driving all the way down there. Because it's their car and and also they'll feel a lot better if Kyle goes with me. So that's really why I straight up told Kyle, like, you do realize the only reason why I kind of invited you is because it make my parents feel better about going, because they don't really know Mike or Stephanie very well yet. So they want to make sure I'm not going to get kidnapped and or abused. So
no, that all you see is right as Mike comes up to pick you up, all you see is Mike slap you for saying alphabet and Glenda and alphabet.
Probably wait until after we leave my house to do that. Yeah.
And also for slapping me for not finishing Hamilton.
Like, I come out right out my door with my bags and I just slap you. I'm like, okay, let's go get Kyle. Because we don't live that far away from each other. But yeah.
Okay, but won't your parents find it suspicious if you walk up to me and just smack me right from the get-go?
You come home with a bruise on your face and your parents are like, what?
I'll explain it to them. I'll be like, oh, he didn't watch the second half of Hamilton, so I just slapped him for it. That's why I'm slapping you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact that I almost forgot. Okay, so yeah, we'll see y'all here next Wednesday at 7 for Hamilton Act 2. I swear.
And Liz, I will edit the thumbnails so that way they say Act 1 and Act 2.
Yeah, okay. And I feel like for any bigger shows that we do like this that have more than, like, let's say if it has more than 20 songs, we split it into Act 1 and Act 2.
Okay. But now, also while we're here, let's decide on the Disney on Broadway musical that we're doing next.
Hang on, let me see the videos you sent me so I can judge them.
So we have Lion King, Mary Poppins, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, I think since I sent you guys, I sent Little Mermaid first, so I think we should do Little Mermaid. Plus, My Girl Ariel.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll do Little Mermaid after Rent. So it's.
Ooh, Liz. Since Liana sang that Little Mermaid song at Epcot when she was performing, maybe we should try and get Liana back on here.
That would be awesome. You think?
And I'll also try and reach out to some of the ensemble.
Yeah.
From the musical.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be hard to get them on here, but I'll try and reach out to Sierra Bogus, Norm Lewis. The guy that played Eric, Scuttle.
Yeah, but
we need Heidi Brinken's staff.
Don't do what I did.
Oh yes.
I'll
we need to try and get Heidi Blickenstaff on here. She once played Ursula.
Oh my god! If we do, I swear to God, if we do, I will die. Like I will.
I met her. I was like,
as I'm watching Hamilton, I'm going to message her and tell her in 2 weeks we're doing Little Mermaid on Broadway and see if she'll join us.
Yeah, and don't forget about Liana.
Yeah, I'll also reach out to Liana. It's a long shot. It's a long shot, but I'll reach out to Sierra Bogus, Norm Lewis, any of the principal cast.
When we do Waitress, I'm going to reach out to Shoshana Bean. That's a huge long shot, but it's worth a shot.
Okay, see, you probably have more odds of getting Shoshana Bean on that stream than I do of having Sierra Bogus on Little Mermaid.
Really? You want to bet?
I kind of see that.
I'm saying you have better odds of getting Shoshana
Ow.
on Waitress than I do of having Sierra Bogus.
Fair enough.
A little bit.
Because
Because you met Shoshana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we'll see what happens. So we'll see you guys back here next Friday. Not Friday. Wait, what? Next Wednesday for Hamilton Act 1. All right. So
Thanks for
Hamilton Act
watching.
two, more one.
Hamilton was whatever. Okay. I'm so mad that you guys.
Hamilton Part 2.
Hamilton Act 2 next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Bye.